series that, it's a collaborative project between Dragon Boy and Layers, and we try to get creatives, together, get them to sit down with us and just go through their process a bit more, get their opinion about the culture, get their opinion about their work. So yeah, welcome to this episode.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you. Obviously, you're essentially someone I know already anyway, so it's not like a stranger I'm sitting with today. But let's start with obviously telling people a bit more about you, like what you're doing, whatnot.
Right, my name's Claude Spector.
Yeah.
I am currently a graphic designer and I have a brand called Hudson's of London, which is a men's accessory brand which deals with pocket squares, socks and ties, just literally men's accessories and and pushing the brand further.
Yeah. Okay, and obviously Hudson's of London, how old is the brand now?
Literally it's a year old.
Yeah.
Started a year ago. It's just going from strength to strength. Yeah.
It would appear that it's been longer, but I guess that's a testament to how much work you've put in,
Right.
Because it seems longer anyway, looking from the outside in. And obviously I've got what, 2 squares, isn't I, from the event
That's
last
right.
time.
Yeah, you've got some squares.
Yeah, definitely. Got a lot of comments actually. I went to a wedding last November from that. Also, you got a background as a graphic designer.
That's right.
I mean, you studied at uni, I'm guessing.
I studied at uni. I've got my Bachelor's of Arts in that. I studied graphic design and illustration, so doing that was the way forward for me.
Yeah. So, how does your background in graphic design, how does that help with Hudson's of London?
Literally because
that's a good skill to have.
Right. So what I do predominantly, it just comes to me in my mind, and I create it on visually on paper, and then transfer it to the computer, and then I just save it as a PDF, and then I screen print it on the silk. So I design all designs by myself, and I just literally screen print it, and then it just helps create it. That's it.
So, and where do you get inspirations from? So when you're designing, obviously you said you design it yourself. What form do you use? What suite do you use? Adobe or?
Yeah, I use Adobe Suite. I've got the Mac. I use it on my Mac. Well, what inspires me is the culture of suits.
Okay.
There's 2 things. There's like the formal wear where you're dressed in a suit, you're dressed in the shoes and stuff like that, and you have to look in such a way where it's just classy. It's class. And on the flip side, you can wear the formal classy suit, and you can have one of my pocket squares and make it pop. So you've got the calm side, and you've got the bright side where you can make the suit pop and stuff like that. Yeah.
So and then so you're saying that's where you get your inspiration from. That's where you're inspired by that culture.
Yeah, I'm inspired by 2 things really, like music, art, and the fashion of tailored suits. Just Oswald Boateng inspires me very well because he uses that classic form, but he expresses it in bright colours as well. So it's a good mix.
Which takes it away from what you think of traditionally suits. Obviously, you're thinking working environment, meetings, business, and stuff.
You think it's a tad boring. It's a tad boring. So I just wanted to bring some flavour to it, really.
Yeah. Okay. And obviously, you mentioned Oswald Boateng. He's been in the game for such a long time. And he was actually, I noticed he was at the event in Nigeria that took place at Rice Fashion Week that he had a few weeks ago, I think it was last week probably. And he exhibited, and I actually met one of the guys that worked with him, like art comes first. So I actually had meeting one of the guys there. And he was mentioning how passionate he is about what he does. And also, so from that point of view, what do you feel like is the next big thing? I'm going to make it more specific to fashion. Like, what's the car? From your observation.
From my observation, what's the name? Stella McCartney.
Yeah.
She done.
I definitely know who she is. Yeah.
So she brought up the African prints, and she's exploiting it. She's selling it for Lord knows how much. I think right now it's the rise of African prints. Yeah. So you've got your traditional wear, and you've got your floral prints as well. But the way it's done, it just looks like tribal.
Yeah.
I think that those sorts of prints is what's popular right now.
So African prints,
floral prints, but it has to be done in such a way it looks tribal.
Yeah, that's the word, isn't it? That word, tribal.
It's tribal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean to you? What's tribal? Let me just.
It's like if I was to say Egyptian, you just straight away think of hieroglyphs and the pyramids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when I say tribal, straight away you think of the African style, native style, just going back to the roots of the elements of bold, bright, stamped colours, stuff like that, and for it to be created in such a way, it's just appealing to everyone. It's appealing to the mass, to Asians, to whites, to blacks. It's just done such in a way where it captures everyone's
imagination.
Yeah.
I like that obviously Morocco is somewhere that's quite big culturally right now. Not only are people visiting there, but their prints are so infectious. Like you look at their prints, there's like a website, there's like an account actually on Instagram I started following recently. Can't remember the name now because I follow so many accounts, but they add like this nice rugs, like really good prints and stuff, and obviously they got curtains and all that kind of stuff. It's really interesting. And a lot of their followers, and the person that actually that I saw kind of mentioned that on that account is like someone that's traditionally they're not African, do you know what I mean? But they are. You can see they actually pushing the envelope to be like, look at this account, check it out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you said, so I agree. That's a big thing right now. I'm gonna fast forward and then look a bit more into yourself, and then obviously, can you tell me what kind of shops would you want to kind of house? I mean, in terms, I'll quickly ask you. How do you sell, Hudson's of London, your accessories right now?
How do I sell it?
Yeah.
Literally through my website and through social media and through word of mouth. I've been doing a lot of pop-up stores and they fly. They really fly through the pop-up stores.
One of the ones I came to.
Yeah. So it's literally, I think, it's just selling itself. So literally have the online presence and be pop up everywhere and be about and it's just selling itself. By doing that.
Yeah, and also in terms of going forward, looking further down the line, would you like to have your own space where you stock things, or would you prefer to go through the models that up and coming brands, a lot of them are doing, which is to have kind of the products in a specific space that's already there? If that makes sense. So look at Liberty, for example,
right,
or look at Topshop, and they have concessions. So would you prefer to do a concession with a big brand?
I'd like to do concessions because it gives me the power to move my product into bigger stores. Yeah. So for instance, if I go to Topshop, I can put my product in there, knowing that I can also put it in Urban Outfitters and. Yeah. Whereas if I have my own store, I think it limits.
Limit yourself.
Yeah, it limits the clientele that comes in my store. Yeah. Whereas if I put it in all those different boutiques and stuff like that, I'm getting their clientele
as well.
Yeah.
So that's smart. I think that's smart. Okay. What else? Music or I'm just gonna for a random one. Music or reading? Or what's your thing? Music. You mentioned you're more on the music side anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So I prefer music because. They're telling stories. They're telling stories in their own way as well. Reading, I do read a lot, but it's when I read, it's just like business startups and it's literally about business.
But stuff to improve your own self.
Yeah, improve myself. But to me, that will come naturally, and I just like to be creative with it and be relaxed with it. So when I do my work, it's not stress. It's more about fun. So when I do my designs, when I do my designs, my graphic designing or my artwork or my Hudson's of London stuff, it just comes naturally, and I don't think about what do I need to do to push this in such a way. I just do it. It just flows. Yeah.
Okay. The other side of business that often people don't talk about is kind of for me anyway personally, when you're building a brand, it can be like a lonely journey. Do you know what I mean? Because you're so passionate about what you're doing. You want to get your stuff out there. We're in the age of creativity as well. So a lot of people are pushing their stuff. So there's that competition anyway. Naturally, everyone wants to get it. How do you handle that side of things? How do you overcome that, if that makes sense?
I just don't watch anyone. I just know that I'm in my own lane. I'm doing my own thing, and it's not. Once you start, to me, I feel like once you start racing against other people and battling against yourself, you're just putting stress on yourself.
Okay.
And like slow down a bit and don't be scared to take a break.
From the process.
From the process, don't be scared to take a break, because the best stuff happens when you're sitting down doing nothing and it just comes to your mind. Whereas when you're working all the time, you don't allow the creativity and you don't allow things to seep in and and take on another route because you're working too hard. But sometimes take time out, sit back,
music,
listen to some music, and just let the world come in, and then you might think of something you never thought of before. And don't be scared to stop.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to stop for a couple of days. Recuperate, get back on your job, and keep on doing it, because we're like batteries, we're like machines. So we have to relax a bit.
Yeah.
Gain our strength and carry on pumping, man.
Yeah. That's interesting actually, because not everyone believes like actually, in my experience, when people believe like you need to keep going, like don't take like there was this there's someone I know actually, and we both we talk about business a lot together, and he would be like, he's like, even if it's like one post a day, just put something out there. He's like he was inspired by 2 Chainz saying something along that line of like when you're like trying to build something, even if it's like one post a day, post it, let people know you're active.
I post once a week or once every 2 weeks.
It's a different approach to that.
Yeah. So I think that once you got your brand there, if you just push out give everyone everything you've got, what else have you got?
Because then you put so much stress on yourself. And also, and I think that's another thing, once you go down that rabbit hole, it's hard to come back from it. Because if you're someone that people are expecting to post 3-4 times a week or 5, once you don't do it, then they're going to be thinking, wait, what's going on?
Automatically they think, sorry, he hasn't got no more stock, has he stopped?
Has he stopped doing what he's doing? You really
what's happening?
got to be strategic in your strategy.
Just do it steadily, and then people are expecting to see what you've got, instead of this guy posts 10 times a day, like stop.
Yeah, because you become hype beast and you become like all these other like publications where it's like it's really crazy. How did the name Spectre? How did that come?
Well, that was my graffiti name. So before I started anything, I was a graffiti artist.
Yeah.
And I used to get in a lot of trouble. I didn't finish school. I got kicked out of school, and
really for graffiti and stuff.
For being a bad
It's an addiction.
It was. You could say that, because I literally could get a pen and I'll start graphing.
Yeah.
I start drawing. I start painting. I start like doing. I was a vandal.
Yeah.
And one day I got sat down, and my cousin was like, "Do you know what? You can make money from that." So I started doing it on jackets. Started doing it on hats, and literally I passed art. I got a B in art, and then I got into college, passed college, and I got into university. I was like, what am I doing here? I didn't even have no GCSE grades, there weren't there. So art helped me a lot. It helped me. Being creative helped me, and when I was out on the train tracks, Spectre means ghost. I used to wear all black, and I was just a Spectre. I was on the train tracks, and it just stuck with me.
From then on.
Yeah.
Yeah, all black, because
black.
Why was that? That's your favorite. Was that your favorite color?
Because when you're out on the train tracks, no one can see when you're wearing all black. So it just all black.
I see. The thing is, I see graffitis, right? And so, I mean, I don't know, that wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But I would see them, and I would see them in certain places, and I'd be like, how did whoever did that? Yeah. Like it's kind of like you're combining that talent that you've got, like that gift. You also got to have that kind of element of like being like a fit, like a gymnasium person, like like a gymnast or something.
It's weird to say that you get it.
Well, like climbing and stuff. Yeah.
It's an addiction.
Really.
You feel like adrenaline. You get adrenaline.
Yeah.
And you get your art out. Yeah. It's something you can't get in any other line of job.
Cool. Yeah.
It's just a thrill of doing it. And full of people seeing your work in obscure places, and they're gonna be like, how do you get up there?
Yeah.
And if you go out of London and you do it then, like you go to Basingstoke on a random one and you see Spectre there, you're like, fam, Spectre's here as well. Like,
so it's like this kind of territorial thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like the harder the place, you know, the harder it is to get your, you know, your graffiti on like on something or like an object, like a building or whatever. Like, you know, the better it is.
Yeah,
the better feeling you would get after.
That's it. The more places you get, the higher the more.
It's like it's kind of just dominant. Like it's just like it's like, you know,
you
like
get the respect. You get the respect, and it has to be good. It has to be good. It has to be
you
good.
got to have that consistency. Have you been caught in the acts before?
I have been caught. I've been caught.
Okay.
And, I was young. The police. It's a random story.
Yeah.
I was on a bus one day and I saw a few people's names that the police wanted to catch.
Yeah.
Luckily, my name wasn't there.
Wow. Okay.
But the thing is, it changed every week,
Yeah.
and my name popped up, and you could get money from it if you grassed up the person. So my name got grassed up. The police knocked on my house. My dad opened the door. He wasn't happy. They told him
about this?
He didn't know.
Okay.
They told him everything.
Yeah.
They told my mum everything. And then my mum just knew. And then she would go around the estate. She would go around the area, and she would see my name. She'd be like.
Or she started to see it.
She started to see, yeah.
My son, Spectre.
My son, yeah.
Wow.
And the thing is, it was bait because on my room wall, I used to like graph on paper, do it and stick it up.
Yeah.
Graph on paper, I'd be like, this is sick. I used to read comics, read Marvel comics, and like draw like Cyclops or Iceman or something, and do the style of Spectre in the ice form.
So you used to do all of that, yeah. Sake of time, I'm gonna ask you. Obviously, you mentioned to me that you're traveling soon.
Right.
You mentioned Nigeria, Dubai, along that line. What are you looking forward to about those cultures? Like, why is that somewhere that you feel like you're going at this moment?
So with Dubai, I just want to take time off. With that, predominantly, it's time off to go through all my emails, but I'm not going to reply. Just go through all my backlog and just write down what I need to do. Just take time off, put my legs up, and then start all over again, because it's a must that you have to take time off, because at work we get holidays even at work, so that's my holiday. And with Nigeria, I'm trying to get some connects, I'm trying to get some fabrics. I want to, because with Nigerians, they have a lot of money. They have a lot of money to invest in people as well, and a lot of culture there, a lot of
it's a
history.
popping culture as well.
It's
right
a
now.
popping culture.
It's like like there's a lot of stuff going on. You can see like Skepta's out there a lot.
Everyone's
now.
out there.
Everyone's out in Nigeria now. Like so
I want a piece of that pie.
I
want a piece of that
whole
pie.
money.
Yeah.
I mean, Balogun Market. Just plug in.
Yeah.
That's somewhere I know is meant to be good. I remember we were talking about you went to do Bush Street Market. Balogun Market would be like would be like kind of something along that scale. I've got a big market that you'll be able to get like good fabrics and stuff from.
Because with the Hudsons of London, predominantly, I want to introduce African fabrics. I've started learning. I'm learning how to sew. So I've been cutting the material and sewing it up myself, and I'm learning. I'm trying to do everything myself. Cut out the middleman, and with Nigeria, I want to buy some fabrics, make some connects, get in contact with some stores, and see if they can, push my line.
Some push. Okay, that's dope. I mean, for me, I see being stylish, as a talent. And obviously you're someone that usually you're kind of more on the formal side of things. Today maybe not so, but what inspires your sense of style?
London. Culture, the culture of London, the culture that it's so diverse, because you have so many people that live in London with so many dress sense. Because you could like, if you look at Chelsea, their dress sense will be different from someone from Shoreditch. Their dress sense will be different from someone from East London. I just look at it and it's so stylish. Doesn't matter what area you're in. You just know where.
Pick things up. If you're someone that pay attention. If you notice people, like, cause I'm that kind of person. Like if I see something sick on someone, I might not say nothing to them, but I would kind of note that, like, like a little nod. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what, that looks good. Like, he knows what he's doing, or she knows what she's doing.
So literally,
so London, just the culture in general.
The culture of London, the way it's so diverse, the way I see people coming in from Eastern Europe, and they have those baggy trousers. The guys have some baggy trousers, look like pajamas. And they're just wearing it with trainers, and it looks so sick. Things like that, just walking around and seeing things like that inspires me.
Okay, cool. And have you always favoured like formal wear?
I have, because...
Or is this more recently?
I've always dressed smart. It's a thing where to me, dressing smart is like the same way girls put on their underwear, you know, put on their sexy underwear.
Yeah.
To me, when I dress smart, I feel good about myself. So like, I don't do it all the time.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm on a down, if I'm, you know, dressed humbly, I still look smart. But when I go out, I make an effort, put on a shirt, and I just feel good about myself. And I put on my Hudson's of London pocket square, and my Hudson's of London socks, and I just icing the cake, really.
Okay, cool. You know, and I'm gonna ask you like just another random question. I'm not random, but you know, it's one I want to get your opinion on. So if we didn't have social media, right, how would you promote your brand?
Word of mouth.
Hypothetically, like you just, if we didn't have that, what would you do?
What would I do?
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth. So I'll do the pop-ups.
Yeah.
I've still got my business cards. I'll probably still graffiti everywhere. I'll probably go back to that.
London, like do
you know what? Just going around, getting it on walls, getting my posters up, just hitting as many towns and as many streets as possible, because you're walking and you're gonna look in the wall like billboards. It's gonna be like billboards, but I'm gonna do it myself. I just do it myself, and it's free. So I'll just get it out.
You would
somewhere
definitely be like, okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good one actually.
Even with stickers.
Even with stickers as well.
Put it
on
places,
trees, whatever, bus stops and that. Yeah.
But I'll probably put it in key places where those people dress.
But then how would you target your audience though? Are the people that you want to target with pocket squares people that would wear that, you know, dress formally? Do you expect them to look at graffiti?
Yeah, because when you go to somewhere like Shoreditch, right?
Yeah.
You find people that are dressed very uniquely, and they are always looking for something different to push their style. So going there, you'll find someone dressed in a shirt, or maybe with a t-shirt, blazer with a pocket square, with jeans.
Yeah. So they would still either way you And what's your main target audience then?
Stylish people like you.
Trendy
people like you. People that can do my style, my brand justice. It's like anyone that can dress well. Anyone that can't dress well and that needs something to make their
make them pop a bit as well.
It's for everyone. It's for everyone, and I just think it like the brand speaks for itself, because someone told me once that black people find it hard to give their money away. So when they see a product that is that says what it is on the tin, they're more than happy to invest, and it just sells itself. Because when you find a good place to eat, you're gonna go there all the time, because people got bills to pay. So people, they're like, why am I gonna buy that? As soon as you go there, you feel it, you try it on, you get sold straight away. It's quality stuff. So
okay, cool. Last two questions now. What does culture mean to you? Just a quick one.
What does culture mean to me? Culture. There's two different types of culture. There's like culture from your background, and there's culture from what area you're in. So literally, because I'm from South, the culture I'm in is grime. I've got that grime culture in me. I grew up on, that's what I listened to, old school garage, jungle, grime. That's the culture I'm in. And when I used to do graffiti, I used to listen to that type of music, and then it evolved. Now I listen to more like classical music, like jazz, stuff like that. And my granddad used to listen to jazz, so he got me into that as well. And I just think the culture is what your surroundings are, and what you pick up from the people around you, and just what ends you're from. That's like your subculture. But when you're talking about heritage, your culture's from what part of Africa you're from? What part of Mexico or wherever. So there's two.
It's kind of like that represent. It's like kind of like favela as a culture.
That's what I'm saying.
Culture. And like if you think of like skinny jeans and all that kind of punk rock.
That's a culture right there.
So it's not limited. Okay, last thing. Tell me one thing you're excited or you like about this current age we're in, like this age.
There's no boundaries. People are just pushing music further. People are pushing art further. People are becoming entrepreneurs. People are just really going out there and doing what they've always wanted to do. It's like I'm just loving what I'm seeing. People are just taking their own initiative to start off their own business, to start off their own companies, and nothing's setting them back. And as a culture, that's what we should be doing. We should be putting our feet in the sand and making an imprint, because we're here. Like when we die, what legacy have we left behind? Like what have we done? So we just need to imprint. Everyone's imprinting their creativity now. Everyone's pushing out what they want to do, and it's working. It's working. And what I can say is just don't give up. Take time to home in on your craft and just keep doing what you're doing, because at the end of the day, it's for you and it's for the future. So.
Good advice. Thank you for sitting down.
No problem.
It's a quick one, but we'll definitely we'll get you back in.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, bro.
Really good. Respect.
Right. Cool.